Hello, welcome to Daddy and the Don. Today, it's the Don here with special guest, and hopefully the Daddy arrives soon. Today with me is Jay. Hi, Jay. You right? Welcome back on, mate.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah. And hello, Ollie, mate. You all right? Thanks for
Hello. Yeah, all good. Thanks. Good. Thanks for having me on.
Good. So we're here to talk about the transfer stories hitting the front papers and the internet today. So we'll start off talking about the double signing of Chelsea. Raheem Sterling has completed his £47 million move, and Koulibaly has agreed to join. This should be official tomorrow. I'll start with you, Jay. What do you think of these two signings for Chelsea? Do you think this is good business and a statement?
Yeah. As I said before, with Raheem, I think he's a good move for them. So definitely a position they need to improve on, and I think he's definitely going to be improvement. And I think Koulibaly for 35 million is an amazing price. So yeah, they've done really well there as well, to be honest. So needed a centre back, probably need another one. But yeah, good start, to be honest.
Are you worried that he's 31 though? Does that bother you?
Nah, because I think Thiago, do you know what I mean? He's 37, so I don't think it's not age don't matter as much now as long as, do you know what I mean? Especially, yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're a lot fitter, aren't they? Like, I know Ronaldo is a specimen, but he's 37 years old.
Yeah. 31's not so bad this day and age, especially if you're a defender. Ollie, what's your opinion on these two signings for Chelsea? Do you think this is good business?
Yeah, for me, look, Sterling, it's been going on for a while. It's been talking about for on it. It's been confirmed today. And then with Koulibaly, I think it's a good centre back. He'll definitely start. Him and Thiago Silva would be good. And then obviously with Sterling, he'll probably play on the left for them. He could probably play anywhere for them, but it's a good signing. He's fast. England international. He did well for Man City, obviously winning the league with them as well. So good signing for them, Sterling. And then Koulibaly, we'll wait and see. It's going to be confirmed soon. So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, pre-season obviously is happening at the moment as well, whether they do well in that, and then obviously on to the Premier League. But yeah, we'll wait and see. I mean, yeah, Sterling's a good signing, but we'll just have to wait and see with Koulibaly. It might be confirmed tomorrow, it might be confirmed later tonight, but yeah.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Phil, welcome on. I can see you in the car.
How are you? Not bad.
The car. I've already spoken
right,
to
first of all, for the car, right, I've got a 3-year-old kid at home that goes to bed at the time you do lives, so I can't keep the kid up. I do work night shifts, so I go to work. It's not dogging, it's not anything else, so that's the car sorted out. Let's move on. Ollie, we'll tell you what dogging is in a minute, mate, but we'll move on.
I know what dogging is, mate. I'm not dumb.
Okay. If I didn't say you was dumb, you might have just been inexperienced.
You're still quite young, mate. Yeah. Anyway, Phil, what's your opinion on these two signings? Sterling signed just revealed earlier on, and Koulibaly's going to set to sign by tomorrow. What's your opinion on these two signings? Is it good business for Chelsea?
Well, the Sterling one, it's not anything new, is it? We've been talking about this for the last two shows we've been on, and we've been saying, like, proven player, you're getting what you paid for, which isn't a lot on this instance. So it's a win-win for them, really, isn't it? They're not going to lose on this. And then with the Koulibaly one, the thing that surprised me, like, if you're Real Madrid, so they went all out for Rudiger, but they were linked with Koulibaly before, wasn't it? So is it just literally because they got him on a free that's why they went the Rudiger option? Because they've been sniffing around Koulibaly all the time as well. So I think for Chelsea, that's a great replacement, because a lot of teams were after him as opposed to Rudiger for the last sort of 3 seasons. All the talk has been about him going to a bigger team. So they've got, if it goes through, they've got that player, and great replacement.
I asked Jay the question: is the age matter? He's 31. Is that not really matter this day and age?
Oh, sorry, I thought you was asking Jay again. Sorry. Yeah, I don't think it is really. At 31, it's a centre back. It's not like it's a winger or anything like that, or a wing back. It's a centre back. Was Thiago Silva, what's he, 35, 36 next to him?
36,
yeah.
37.
So exactly, he's got another like 5 years left till he gets to that age, isn't he? So they do say that that's your sort of peak years as a centre back, 28 to 33. So got him at his prime, I suppose.
How old are you, Phil? Anyway,
39
now, aren't you? Yeah. So I think you would be able to play in the Italian league, because it's so slow. So Koulibaly's made his name to be in the Italian league. Is it a worry that he might get found out in a better league?
I don't know, because when I know he hasn't really played like a lot of Champions League football, but when you see him in big European matches, there's no big highlight that he got twisted up by anyone or he was at fault for. He's normally been a lot of the success stories from Napoli results. And again, all these names that get linked with him, if that was the case, why would they be after him? There'd be games that there'd be games that you'd see, and you'd see him get exposed, and you'd say, no, he's no good for this league. But I think a few English teams, was it Liverpool lost to them twice? One of the years when they weren't quite, a couple of years back. So you're thinking a team as potent as Liverpool can't twist him up, then you're doing okay for yourself, aren't you?
Jay, same question, mate. I know you've said this before regarding players that come from Italy. Is that a worry, or is it because he's a centre back and should be okay with the pace?
Yeah, I think like centre back is I think positioning is the majority of the role, isn't it, rather than pace. I think pace is just making up for your shit positioning in the first place. So as long as you can read the game well and have good positioning, but also have very good players in front of you, which Chelsea do, and also good wing backs. So with speed as well. So often it's your wing back that needs to cover with speed, not your centre back. So yeah, like I say, he's a good signing.
David Burton, thanks for watching again. Appreciate it. Chelsea started slow but picking up pace. I expect them to get Ake and Kit Pende. I think they'll get at least one of them. I think Ake would make more sense now, seeing that they got probably a first choice in Koulibaly. Would you be surprised if they bought both of them, Ollie?
Yeah, I definitely would. I mean, how many flipping centre backs do you need? Obviously, Thiago Silva. Obviously, getting rid of Rudiger. I mean, with Ake, he doesn't really start for City, so he'll probably be a backup. Kimpembe would definitely fit in the team, whether they play a back three with the three centre backs, but I can't see both of these happening. I can see maybe Kimpembe happening. Ake might go somewhere else or might stay at Man City, but I mean, yeah, big up David. I mean, I don't know where you've heard that from, but it would be pretty good for Chelsea to sign both those players, to be honest. But we'll wait and see. I mean,
yeah, well, both of them have been rumoured up the last couple of days. But we'll move on now. So we'll go to the next topic. So Ronaldo update. Ten Hag declares he's not for sale. Another little news in the saga. We've got loads of different stories. Phil, I didn't talk to you last time regarding him. You weren't in the show last time. Ronaldo, what's going on? Do you reckon he will stay at Man United now with this news, or do you think it's just a matter of time?
Well, depending on how true this is, like from the source, I wasn't really paying a lot of attention to it when I heard it on TV yesterday. So they were saying, "Oh, Ten Hag declares he's not for sale," but then in the next breath, they are willing to listen to offers for him. So he's either not for sale or he is for sale. It's not like he's not for sale, but we're listening. So sometimes that sort of tells its own story in a way, doesn't it? That they would be open to moving off him. Whatever Ronaldo wants to do, Ronaldo will probably end up getting because of the stature that he is. I think if he really wants to leave, there won't be a lot that Man United could do to stop him.
Jay, do you think this is just bullshit? Do you think he'll go? I know you were quite convinced the other day that he's on his way out.
Yeah, I saw something earlier and says Bayern turned down the chance to take him. Tuchel isn't keen. PSG said no. So I don't know how true that is. That's just a Facebook thing, isn't it? So we'll see. But yeah, I can't see him staying. What are they paying? Conference League Europe, like it's Ronaldo, isn't it? Like,
no, they're playing the Europa League, yeah, not Conference League. They could have played Conference League though if they finished seventh. So
yeah. Still,
I can't see it, man. Like Phil says, Ronaldo gets what he wants, doesn't he? Because he's Ronaldo, even at his age. So. And I think
did Ronaldo play in the game the other day, by the way? The pre-season?
No,
he's left out, isn't he? Yeah, he's left out, yeah.
I just think he's looking going, they've signed no one yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, like one person they've signed.
And Eriksen's going to sign. Like, come on. Like, Ronaldo's not exactly inspired.
And apparently Frankie de Jong's close as well, so.
Yeah, that's been close for months, though, isn't it? And Barca still owe him money, so we'll see. But yeah, I can't see Ronaldo staying at all.
Ollie, I love you're doing your interrupting, so you must be happy.
Sorry. Well, look, I don't remember here calling Ten Hag saying that he's not for sale. I've heard that obviously recent news that they're listening to offers with other clubs, so whether that be Chelsea, Bayern, I think that obviously with the Sterling move to Chelsea, they might not go for him, but they still need a striker like Arsenal. But I feel that he's going to stay. Like think same thing happened with Kane. He was linked with City and he stayed at Tottenham. Ronaldo, yes, Ronaldo's going to play Europa League, but he's never won the Europa League. So if he wins the Europa League, it's a new trophy to win, and obviously he gets on well with the team. He's been there before. Why would he want to leave when he could improve under Ten Hag? He's had 3 managers last season: Carrick, Ollie, and Ralph Radnick. And now it's a new era to bring hopefully some new players, a new manager, and a fresh start. You're not going to be, Yes, you're not going to be, top 4 straight away. You have to wait in the first few games, but I kind of agree with Jay. I can't see him going. I think he'll stay at United, and then I think that yes, they'll listen to offers, and yes, Ten Hag declares he's not for sale, but we'll just wait and see. Anything can happen. I think he'll definitely stay. If he does leave, he'll either stay in the Prem or maybe go back to Juventus or Real Madrid, or maybe because he's older now, he might retire in the MLS or something. I'm not sure, but we'll wait and see.
Phil, if Ronaldo does go, is that basically United waving the white flag for the next couple of years? Because I can't see them buying anyone with any quality to replace him. What do you reckon?
I would say so, because regardless of his age, he's going to be good for another 20-odd goals over the season like he did this year. But I think it's more about the Ten Hag factor. I can see them falling out over the way he'll want his players to play and track back. Ronaldo's not interested in tracking back. He's there to score goals, and it's pretty much does what it says on the tin, isn't it? So I can see that being an issue for both of them, and them probably both being happy to move on. And Ten Hag's arrogance won't accept that as a failure. He'll look to just get Anthony in and move on from there. But just moving on from there, I'm pretty sure Jay said Ronaldo was going to go, not staying. Was that right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So, it's because he was interrupting me when I was saying it.
Yeah. Oh, bless him. He's in Greece. He's having
you should watch me on a Rest Talks football. I'm even worse on a Rest Talks football. So there's more people to it.
If I do that means you be quiet. All right.
Okay.
And one other thing that I think was wrong with that statement, I don't think Ronaldo gives 2 cunts about that Europa League.
All right. I think he still goes. Personally. Yeah. David, again, thanks again. Schematic to West Ham. Yeah, that's been linked. I think that'd be a good signing for him. But again, he's one person who's had one good year. But I think they need someone. They did definitely need someone. I think that's what's cost West Ham in the last couple of years. Antonio's not consistent enough. Moving on. If I keep with United, I was going to go to Brentford, but we'll just keep United because what is going on Man United? All these names have been linked and nothing seems to be happening. One of the reasons why Ronaldo's getting unhappy. Eriksen's still no news. Martinez apparently chose Man United. And De Jong, we don't know what's happening there. Jay, it's a bit of a circus at United at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I keep banging on about, partly through bitterness. But yeah, I'd be very underwhelmed. All we heard was Ten Hag's revolution. And the guys or the people that I'm seeing linked with is like, oh, they played for Ajax. I'm thinking that's not a Man United signing, is it? We've grown up in an era where Man United were dominant and we're attracting everyone, and now they're attracting 30-year-olds and putting them on a 3-year deal at 150 grand a week. Fucking hell!
Don't sound fair, all do you, Jay? What about Martinez? Apparently he's decent. He apparently chose Man United over Arsenal. Is this a signing that could get the fans excited?
Yeah, maybe. I think they need more than that though. The way they're talking. They're embarrassed with their whole team, so yeah, he could be a good player for them, but yeah, I don't know. Is he proven?
That's Ajax, isn't it? Phil, what do you reckon? Do you think this is frustrating the fans, Ronaldo and everyone involved Man United? Eriksen's still taking ages to go through. De Jong's a circus, and Martinez is a deal that could happen, might not happen. Would you be annoyed if you were a Man United fan right now?
Yeah, and again, like we've touched upon it on previous shows, just a bollock of longing all the deals out. So if any of these fall through, how many deals are going to happen between when they got linked with De Jong to now, where they could have gone and taken the player? Now there's players that are going to be unavailable because they've dicked around for so long. And then on the Frankie De Jong topic, I heard today that they said, oh, it's done in principle, but he's owed 17 million euros in wages from Barcelona because he took a pay cut during the pandemic. But at the time, all the footballers were harping on that they've taken a pay cut, as in they've taken a pay cut, not it's being deferred until the economy improves. They were acting like heroes, and they were all going to get knighthoods for taking supporting the tax and stuff like that. So 1 minute they're heroes for dropping the wages. Now he's saying, "Oh, I want it all back before we move." So I'm not quite sure how that works out, but
crazy, isn't it? Crazy.
and if that's going to stop a transfer, then it's ridiculous, isn't it?
Is that the right attitude as well you want in your club? I don't know.
Yeah. Mr. Sinclair, you're allowed to talk. What do you think about Man United regarding these signings? Why are they taking so long?
I think they'll sign. Wait a minute, guys.
Okay. The ice cream man's been, isn't he?
Sorry, guys. Sorry about
that.
My thoughts. I think Eriksen will sign. I think Martinez, obviously, I'm a bit annoyed he signed over Arsenal. With Martinez, I'm a bit annoyed that he's chosen United over Arsenal. I think that.
Oh God! Look at that. Someone screenshot that. All right. We'll move on, Ollie. Why Ollie's frozen?
When he's got signal.
We'll move him for a minute. He'll come back. We'll go to Brentford. 2 through the door in the last few days. Hickey and Lewis Potter are now Brentford players. Jay, tell us the deals. Tell us the amount for both players, and tell us how excited you are for both of them.
So obviously they've been in the pipeline for a while. Lewis Potter, both of them we were bidding for in January. So, like the club always do, they follow players for a long time before they sign them. 14 and 16 million, both rising to 20 and 19 or something. So 30 million on 2 players. I think that's not too bad, especially their ages, 19 and 21. So the only thing I would say is, but obviously we're signing players that other people know now rather than just randomers. For like Brian Mbuemo, I'm sure he was on a few clubs' lists, but kind of was a random signing. No one else was thinking about signing him when he came. Lewis Potter and Hickey have been on other clubs in the Prem, mine, but I just like when we made a step change in the Championship, that's when we signed Janssen, and do you know what I mean? An older player with a little bit more experience, and Eriksen gave us that in that second half of the season. So I do. Obviously, I'm happy that we bought 2 players that we're gonna pretty much gonna start, to be honest, especially for the prices we're paying, and kind of give us more depth. But yeah, I think someone with a bit, not too old necessarily, but do you know what I mean? A little bit more quality. I'm not saying we haven't got that, but do you know what I mean? I just worry that we've gone not backward, but we're signing young players again with quality, but we made step changes when we didn't do that all the time. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like really happy with both of them. So yeah, we'll crack on. We need a goalkeeper now.
Yeah, well, you've been linked with a goalkeeper. Tell us about that guy that might be coming in.
Yeah, someone Bengiza, 27, been released from Lazio. So yeah, he looks good, decent. 27's a good age. Some of the people reporting that he's gonna take Raya's number 1 spot, but I think that's just because Raya's not signed a new deal, even though his current one's till 2024. But as the club do, they don't wait till last year a contract to try and get them to change their contract. They do it 2 years before. Otherwise, they try and sell them, because otherwise you're just going to lose someone for nothing. So I think if Raya doesn't sign a deal this summer, they'll be looking to get rid for money. Do you know what I mean? Not let him go into the last year of his contract. And obviously when they're on the last, like next summer, everyone will know he's only got a year left, so they might be a bit umming and ahhing about him. So yeah.
Phil, as a neutral, what do you make of these 2 signings? You impressed with them, or are you a bit underwhelmed?
Yeah, like Joe was saying, they're decent signings, but obviously, like what he said with the age, they're sort of like, if you were a slightly bigger club and you had a bigger squad and you brought those guys in to develop, you'd be saying, yeah, that's a no risk. Where like these guys are going to be expected to play probably considerable minutes from the off. Where if you went out and bought someone, not necessarily a veteran, but someone about 28 years old that's been released by maybe like someone that's left Tottenham or something like that, or West Ham, that can still do it and it'd probably be like a centre back or a centre mid that you'd sign for that age, just to be like not your club captain, but like one of the like generals in the dressing room. Signing like 19 and 20-year-old lads isn't bringing you any leadership in. It might be bringing you in talent, but you've got to have a balance at the end of the day. So I think they will be in the market for some other additions for sure.
I think Ericsson taking so long to make his fucking mind up.
Yeah, this was what I said.
He should have just been honest, shouldn't he? Nah, I don't want your deal. I want a bigger club. Like, how hard was it to say that? So
yeah, I'm a bit surprised though, like the way your club's run, that there wasn't like a plan B and plan C already sort of drawn up.
There's been players that have been linked since he's chose United. 3 or 4 players have come on the radar. So I think there were plans in place, and I think they're actioning it now. It just depends who they sign, really. Jay, what's some of the names that have been linked? There's a few guys you've been talking about.
Some guy from Freiburg, Shadi or something. I can't say his fucking second name.
Was he a striker, isn't he?
Yeah, he plays across the front three. So I think centre mid they're happy with. Like I've said plenty of times, Joshua Silva's back. Do you know what I mean? Played a couple of games towards the end of last season. He's going to have a strong pre-season now. So do you know what I mean? So that's like a new signing in a way. You've got Norgard in there. Janot's got a lot of experience. So I think it's just through pre-season, can they get them to add that quality? Because the squad is so young, there's still opportunity for them to add that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like Phil says, so I trust in the club because, do you know what I mean? They've done it from where we are with no fucking money. But yeah, like I say, sign side Ben Rama and I'm happy. But in terms of positional wise, like a goalkeeper, a right back, another winger, like we've signed them. They're still after another winger. Like I say, I don't think there's anyone for centre mid that they want. And another.
I think you need a centre back.
Thingy Aya's injured, isn't he? So
yeah, you've been linked with Tottenham's. What's his name? The one with the two.
Yeah. Tange. Yeah.
We'll see.
To be honest, they've got a lot of faith in. I know you don't like him in Madsbeck. They've got a lot of faith in him, and he did get some minutes under his belt last year. So after Janssen and Pinnock, I think he'll be the backup. Do you know what I mean? So I think we probably do need it. Someone like Phil said with a bit more experience, but I think we showed we did it right last year. I know everyone says, "Oh, it's because of Ericsson," but actually we kept a lot of clean sheets in that, and he ain't a defensive player, so. Okay, he set stuff up and had a bit more quality on the ball, but we did have players coming back from injury as well. So Raya coming back was massive at the same time, and etc. etc.
Phil, with these signings, do you think Brentford are going to spend more money, or do you think this is it? Probably now they'll spend a few more on a bit cheap.
I think it just depends on. It's not necessarily we've got this money to spend. It's just on who the player is and the fit. So obviously, like at the time when they got Ericsson, who would have thought he was going to come at that time? It happened. They took it. They wasn't planning to say, "Oh yeah, we've got this budget for wages in case a top player comes through the door." You might have 20 million in your kitty, but then if someone really good comes on the market for 30 million, you're going to spend it, aren't you? So I think they're just going to play it by ear, as in who's available, and it might even be a last minute job. You know, we get all the madness on the last 2 days of the window.
The guy at Freiburg, the initial bid was 15 million euro, I saw. So there's another mid-teens, and that was rejected, and they made a second bid. They didn't say how much that was. So that's another mid-teens millions. So you're looking at 50 million, potentially a little bit more.
Three players, But I think it's silly to get into bidding wars this far out as well, because you think the season's starting earlier. The window is still closing the same sort of time, though, isn't it? 1st of September after Bank Holiday. So
the season starts like a week before. So you've got that 3.5 week window.
Yeah.
Sign anyone.
So you might get a better deal if you actually wait. Although it seems a bit weird not to have your targets in place, but you might get to that panic where people do need to sell. So it's like teams like Chelsea need to offload players realistically, don't they? They haven't got rid of too much. I know.
Yeah, they still got a lot of players though, Chelsea, don't they?
So there'll be players there if you hold out, but it's just obviously targeting and getting the right deal.
Okay, we'll move on.
A lot of those are on big wages as well. Do you know what I mean? It's not about Brentford, but a lot of them like Chelsea boys and that, they don't want to take a pay cut. Like Lingard, that's why he's gone to the MLS, is because no one wanted to pay the wages, and he didn't have it in his head.
Lost
Yeah,
his cheek. I've said this.
They get too excited. They think that's their worth. No, it's not. That's just what.
No, you're not.
That's what you got overpaid at your parent club from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just got lucky. You got to take that pay cut. They're just too
Yeah.
used to. Do you know what I mean? Being millionaires.
They think they're worth it once they're on it, and that's not the case. You got to earn it, and you got to stay at that level. And that's why people like De Bruyne earns more every year because he's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Phil, Palace signing new Koulibaly. Cora signed for 21 million from Lens. This has been on the cards for a long time now, and it was confirmed a few days ago. He seems like a defensive midfielder, like a Patrick Vieira Jr. How excited are you to get this sort of player in? Really?
Oh, to be honest with you, it's like I hadn't really heard too much about him before we got linked with him. I'm guessing Vieira saw enough of him when he was over in France with Nice, so that's probably where he's first come under his radar. And again, like you said, it's just a natural replacement, isn't it, for Koulibaly? Same sort of player. 21 million. It's not cheap, but it's not silly money, is it? If he flops, it's not a massive expense. But whether he's going to start straight away is another matter, because there was players like Will Hughes that didn't get a lot of minutes last year that I expect to play a bit more. I know he's not a defensive midfielder, but in that like midfield three, Conor Gallagher's come out now, so Will Hughes just fit straight in there. And obviously,
Well, it depends. You might play a two. You might play a two and play immediately saying Sahar will be
got to see what, because obviously Eze's fit as well now. He wasn't fit at the start of last season, so he might change it up a little bit. But I think it's a player we needed to get in because Milivojevic isn't really going to hold down any minutes anymore. So just having another body in that midfield is good. Just probably need a right back now, and that'll be.
I think you might need another centre mid. You know, I still think you need another one. Personally.
Yeah, and I think maybe a centre back just to add a bit of depth, because I think once those two are good, but if one of them gets injured or you need a rest or whatever, you're just playing with. It's basically Tompkins, and he's always injured. So you've got, and Koulibaly was the backup to go in there.
And Tompkins is shit.
Well, I was going to say chuff, but
going back to the new signing, if Patrick Vieira, legendary defensive midfielder, so if he's in on a player and he's willing to spend that amount of money, yes, it's not expensive, but it's still not cheap. There must be an encouraging sign that he must be decent. He must be a good enough to play to come straight in. That must give you some sort of excitement that he's good enough.
Yeah, but again, I think like when you're saying about the excitement, it's the role, really, isn't it? When you get if you were getting like a Mo Salah through the door, your tails will pop up, didn't you? With excitement, you don't really get overexcited at a defensive midfielder. If he comes in and just does a solid job, the Who brothers, as long as he comes in, does a solid job, because obviously we want to play tight-ish football, don't we? We don't want to be shipping goals left, right, and centre. I know he has moved us on from the Roy Hodgson days, but you don't want to just go sort of gun ho like a Watford and just having like 5-3 games every week. You want to start from the back. Just make sure you're taking your chances when you get them.
Jay, what do you think about this signing? I know you probably don't know who he is either, but I think he's a good bit of content. You know, bit of a good move for Palace.
Yeah, he must be like. It's got to be a little bit of the Patrick Vieira effect, isn't it? Kind of, you sign for people that you like. But yeah, man, like you've got to think 21's a little bit cut price as well because of Vieira knowing a little bit. So yeah, Phil should definitely be excited. You're getting overexcited who you are. Palace is shit, Phil. All right.
How old is he anyway?
Huh?
How old is this lad?
Oh.
I don't know.
We'll ask Google, mate.
How old though is he?
For some reason, I'm thinking 24.
Great age. If the thing with him, if he plays well for 2 years, that's it. He'll be linked with a top 6 team. That's how it works. We all know that, and that's how it is, really. I think it's a good sign for you lot. If you're spending that amount of money on a player,
22 years old, mate, that is a bargain.
He must be a good player.
Yeah.
He must be.
It must be.
Yeah.
Get more. I've never seen someone so underwhelmed.
It's because he's in the car.
Right? You got about Gallagher.
Yeah. No, get excited, Phil. Do an ollie. Get a magnum in your mouth. Thank you, Reece. We'll be back with these review previews soon, Jay. So I know you love Reece. Anything else want to talk about the new Koulibaly, Phil, or we'll move on?
No, move on. I think we touched upon it before. We're not going to sign so many players because we got like 8 first-team players basically last season. Got a young lad from Derby in and Sam Johnson, backup goalie, but he'd probably end up taking his place if he plays well.
I think he'll start.
Yeah, I don't think he'll start straight away. I think he'd give Guaita his chance, and then it'll just be if he gets in, he'll probably hold down the place. But yeah, I'd only say another right back and a backup centre back for me.
What was your problem with Joe Ward?
It's not a problem with Joe Ward. It's just that you've got to look past it, haven't you? Like who's that player you had playing for you, Joe? The one who got sent off early in the season. He went out on loan. He'd been was it Northampton or something on loan before that?
Oh yeah, Charlie Good.
Yeah,
terrible.
So again, you've got nothing against it. You've got nothing against him, have you? But you know you need to look beyond that, don't you? You can't just. So it's like Joe Ward, where we were like struggling to stay up every year or being in the Championship. He's a good player to have, but if you're looking to climb, you look past Joe Ward, don't you? You just look for a step up.
I wore it already, Rob. I don't have to wear it every day. I don't sleep in it.
On the keepers, quick. Like it's a tough one, isn't it? Like because there's only one position on like with a centre back, you could be like, oh, we'll put him at right back, see if we can integrate him. But like the keeper, you've got to like Phil says, you've got to wait for him to fuck up. Like when you sign another one, because you don't want to seem like you've kind of ousted him or something. It's a tough position, isn't it? Like
how funny would it be though? You know, like when I say David Raya could play as a number 10, if your new goalie comes in and they just go, oh, we'll just stick you in the middle there and replace Ericsson, and he plays well.
Imagine.
Yeah. I'd love to just see a manager do that randomly.
If someone was going to do it, it would be Thomas Frank.
Yeah, it would as well. He's mad.
Something like that. Oh, we're moving to the next subject. Brazilian prick Rafinha has now agreed to join Barcelona. I've quoted 49 million, but I've been given loads of prices.
49 marbles in it.
Yeah, well, it must be. It's fucking 49 IOUs. Thoughts on this one, Jay? He's going. He's surprised in the end.
Yeah, it's where he wanted to go, wasn't it? So, kind of forced his move there. I don't know what goes through players' minds. Surely they've told him he's going to get paid, but fucking, I don't know what's going on with Barca at the moment. As a player, do you feel comfortable going there? I know you go for the name, but like even now, like I don't know.
If you're seeing Frankie de Jong not getting paid 70 million, surely you just think, nah, I'm all right.
Yeah, 100%. As a Brazilian, do you know what I mean? The mob probably have got his family hostage and he has to send them half of it every month.
Yeah. That's why he's a prick all the time.
Oh,
Phil, what do you think? You know, you shocked that he snubbed Chelsea for Barca, or was the name too much for him?
No, it's in his makeup, isn't it? We know he's that sort of character. I think Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, everyone that was interested in him, they've all dodged a bullet on that one. And good riddance to him, and good riddance to Barcelona. They deserve everything they get for that.
Yeah, let's hope they get even more in trouble. There was what's his name? Fabrizio Romano got a source today. He's saying he has no idea where Barcelona are getting this money from. So something's going on here. There's dodgy dealings. There must be some dodgy dealings. There must be drug money.
No, because all the other deals, like when Aubameyang went, that was like ridiculous. Like he got released and then signed on a free. Like that was just cut ties with him. But there's loads of they're like sniffing around all these freebies now, aren't they? So you think
they've signed like 20 players in like 6 months.
But then they haven't got any money, and then they're still like throwing around 50 million bids for people when they're like penny pinching everywhere else.
Yeah, it's like they're playing Football Manager or something, where it's like they think it's free money or something.
Yeah, they don't realise you've got to actually play the players. Reece again, isn't it? He's in Deco. Yeah, Deco. He's probably aging like he played for Chelsea. Shit. That's what he's saying there. Yeah, so good riddance to him. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he was that good. I think he's another overhyped Brazilian, like Neymar, like Richarlison. They're all decent, but they're nothing special. If you look at his actual stats, was he that good? Yeah, he was all right. Barca have got him. He'll probably sit on the bench. They've got too many strikers now. They've got Torres, Dembele, Depay, Aubameyang, him, Fati. They're not going to play him, are they? So Martin Braithwaite, he'll start. They've got too many strikers, so it'd be interesting to see who they start. Go on, Phil. You were going to say something.
I don't think I was.
Oh, I thought you must be getting a blowjob in the car.
He farted, didn't he?
He's going to work and he's got what's in the car. No more car jokes. It's not me. It's everyone wants to ask me why he's in the car. I don't know. Hopefully Luke and Mark saw it and they shut up now. He was going to... He's the best player. We've got a couple of more questions. The other day, Arsenal linked with Kante, real or nonsense? Jay, what is it, real or nonsense?
It's probably real, to be honest. He was definitely having slowing down last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think everyone should have told him to stop jogging and fucking training. To be honest, it's his own fault, isn't it? He's one of those people who just works himself too much, let alone training all the time. But I think it'd be good signing for you. You lot are good at getting rejects, aren't you? Or hand-me-downs. So shows you the club level, doesn't it? 7th to 4th or something like that at a push.
Yeah. 1 year in the Premier League and they're giving it large. Phil, what do you reckon? Do you think this is nonsense? Do you think there is some sort of leverage to this story?
I don't know. I wouldn't say it was nonsense, but I just think to myself, like, why would he want the move? He can just sit there and earn the money. And he wasn't getting full minutes, but he was getting enough minutes, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I can see him just like Joe was saying, all the Chelsea players are on wedge. Why would he? You'd either be stupid to pay the same for a player that isn't the same as when he signed that contract.
He's so innocent, though. I don't even know if he knows what money is.
No, he probably gives it to his mum or dad.
But again, like you say, if he did come through the door, it'd be a good addition. But
he's 30, 31 though. Again, that age for me, he could do a job though.
Yeah, I just don't see him going for the move. I think he'd rather just decline in minutes at the club he's at, and then maybe he'd just move home for his last club, maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he'd probably go to America, to be fair. All right, guys, we weren't a long one today. Before we go, I'll finish off with asking you both a question. Your transfer window so far and give it a rating out of 10. I'll start with you, Phil. What would you rate Palace's market so far? Go through the players you've signed and give it out of 10.
Well, I'll give it a 6. It's not been over exciting. Obviously, we've got Decore, got the free transfer for the Derby.
Get a boner about him.
I'm not going to get a boner about him. And then Sam Johnson, again, goalkeeper. Do you want me to get a hard on for him as well?
You should, to be honest.
I interrupted since I only signed just so the viewers that are watching now could know because they probably don't know who Crystal Palace is.
Well, I can't remember the lad's name, but the lad who was out of contract at Derby, and Sam Johnson in goal and Decore.
Oh, Decore. Why only a 6?
She just told you.
Because of the volume. Well, obviously, if we've got a right, no, listen. If we've got a right back in and we've got backup centre backs in, then it's an 8, isn't it? But we've got some players in, but we haven't addressed all the needs.
I just wish you were a bit more excited. Jay, what would you give yours so far? And who have you signed?
What rating out of and who would I sign?
Yeah, no. Obviously, you've gone through. We only you've signed the 2 lads recently. What would you give your window so far out of 10? And who else would you look to bring in?
From a fan's point of view, because obviously Ericsson didn't stay, it's probably like a 6. But in terms of a club point of view, it's probably like an 8 because we've been after Hickey and Lewis Potter for a long time. They finally got Lewis on a 6-year deal. It's pretty long, to be honest. Don't know what Hickey was on, probably a 4 or a 5. So, yeah, from the club's point of view, we signed a goalkeeper and one more winger, and I think it's a 9 or a 10 from a club point of view. But obviously, the fans are a bit depressed. And who would I sign? Ben fucking Rama.
I know. Fucking, see, Phil, he's got a boner about a player. This is where you've got to learn.
But that's about a player he hasn't signed yet. He's got a premature one.
Get the boner.
I'm not going to do an ollie and get one before the ice cream man turns up. I'm going to wait till I've had my Magnum. Then I'm going to get one.
There we go. Both 6 years. So, yeah, from a club point of view, yeah, the club have done really well.
went over Zaha. He's in the car, so he's already got a boner anyway. Arsenal, I'd give us a 6. I think Jesus is an absolutely fantastic signing. But apart from that, Vieira,
Come on, Jay. Get a semi on. Come on.
Fantastic. 6 out of 10.
6 or 7, because fucking forgot who we signed now. Who the fuck we signed? We signed Matt Turner, who is a backup goalie. We signed someone else. Can't fucking remember who the other guy is. Vieira, who I never heard of, but apparently he's okay. Who the fucking support person? Oh, that winger, Brazilian winger. Never heard of him. He's only young. So the only one that you really should get a fucking boner brigade over is Jesus. I think that's a great signing. I think he'll get number 9 position every game. Hopefully he keeps Eddie Dickhead out the team because he's fucking shit. And he keeps scoring, and we've got every chance to make top 4 this year. But I think we need another centre mid now. Obviously, Thomas Partey could be making a free transfer to Prism FC. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But I still think we need one regardless. If he does go to Prison FC, then we need 2. Because I'm not having fucking Al Nelly starting. I don't give a fuck. If anyone tells me he's any good. It was good for us. It was good against Chelsea. We were shit because he was playing. Him and Nketiah were the reason why we were lost, because they're shit. They're shit. And they're shit. You know, Lukongu is not ready. Xhaka is inconsistent as Daddy being on the show. It's just one of those things. Yeah, I'd say 6, maybe 7 because of Jesus. Ollie would probably give it a 10 out of 10 and put his magnum in his mouth. But yeah, 6 or 7. Would you like it? Why does everyone got a problem with Jensen, Jay?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. You lot are clueless. He's not clueless.
What? I think Jensen's a great player.
He's not a defensive player, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's shit at defending." That's not his role.
He's not though. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He's a passer of the ball.
I agree,
right,
mate.
anyway. Yeah, fucking for once. Phil, anything else you want to add before we go about the upcoming live? Do you want to tell us about it?
Oh, Jay will be happy with this. So this time next week, we're going to run down the Don's top 60 all-time greatest sportsmen that everyone keeps battering him for because they think it's top 60 of that sport. So when they see Peyton Manning in like the 40s, they think it's quarterback ratings and they go mad, but it's not. It's all-time sports, all-time everything. If you've got a problem, come on there, have it out with him. He's going to explain all his decisions. I know Jay's looking forward to it as well.
Where the fuck's he gone? Oh, I just removed him from the stream. Oh, no, there he is. I'll write him back. Jay, why are you looking forward to it so much? What do you think about my countdown?
Mate, I don't even know what number you're on. Have you finished it, have you?
I finished it, yeah. You know I finished it.
I watched a single video.
You criticised my second and first.
I just got fucking messages forwarded to me every day. But there is some controversy. Graham with his wrong opinions, but
quite a few jockeys in that list, isn't there? For top 60 all-time sportsmen.
Yeah.
Maybe AP would have been alright, but not all of them.
Leicester Pigott for me would have definitely been. Maybe the other two are a push. But yeah, that's it really for today. I said this last week. I don't actually tell Phil directly, but I am going away for 2 weeks in August, and Phil's going to take over the show. And any lives, he'll be doing it, and he'll have all your phone numbers so he can bother you for Prem predictions. Because I can't do it this year because I had an £80 bill last year for using the. So it ain't happening. So my phone's off.
You got to commit to the cause. You got to commit to the cause.
I've not my money back. So Phil
you can pay for thingies. Pay for phone cards.
Phil took a 3-week holiday a couple of months ago. I'm having a 2-week holiday.
And I did everything from Mauritius that all my family thought I'd fucked off somewhere while I was on that holiday. Yeah, just an announcement, guys. There's going to be no lives for 2 weeks in August, just to let you all know in advance.
No lives. All right. Anyway, I'm going. Cheers, guys. And we'll see you again next week for the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.
See you later.